Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever this happens to find you. I hope that it finds you well. My name is Ace, and I am on a monumental day of not drinking coffee for 90 days. Not drinking coffee for 90 days. What are some insights, lessons I've learned along the way? How do I feel? I feel great. I feel very much more. I'm a completely different person, to actually tell you the truth. And I didn't realize that coffee was one of those habits I didn't think I was ever going to kick. And I surprisingly have discovered that I have more energy not drinking coffee than I did when I had coffee. I drink coffee multiple times a day, several shots of espresso, and I'm married and I have 3 kids. So I thought it was essential for me to get through the day to need to have caffeine be a part of my day-to-day living. But now, I don't drink coffee, and I spend more time with my family, more time with my kids. I'm more productive at work. I create content on YouTube, something I never thought. I always wanted to create content, but I could never really find the time. Not drinking coffee has changed. Something in my body has changed. I feel more hormonally balanced, and my body seems to be working internally more efficiently. My nervous system seems to be relaxed. I'm less stressed out. I'm more faithful to God, more faithful to being there for my family. Yeah, 90 days of not drinking coffee has been a success for me, and I truly, what else can I glean for you? What can we learn from 90 days of not drinking coffee? In the beginning, I cut cold turkey because I found that drinking coffee was spiking my blood pressure. After one day, I decided to take my blood pressure, and it was 160 over 90, and that's really high. That blood pressure, which was high, didn't make any sense to me because I ran Monday through Friday. I ran a couple miles a day, and I was exercising regularly and staying active. So I was very surprised to see that my blood pressure was high, and so I figured, hey, you know what? It could be the coffee. It was the coffee, and now my blood pressure is normal, around 120 over 80. So since then, yeah, my personality has changed in a better way. I was extremely extroverted, which is fine. Nothing wrong with being extroverted, except that the way that my mind was like it was constantly focused on. I was very, very narrow-minded and very. The way that I would go about tackling reality was, I see something, and that's, I could only see one target. But now, like, let's say when I'm focusing on a task, it's like I have a wider perspective as I go toward the task. I see more details. I experience more awareness. I'm more relaxed. I'm more gentle about what I do. I'm more methodical and more thoughtful. And I felt like the stress I was getting from caffeine was keeping me from really doing quality work. So then the next thing too, what else did I learn? Is that coffee gave me a lot of anxiety. I didn't realize that coffee was such an anxiety. Wow. It was such a anxiety perpetuator in my life. So I had been drinking a lot of coffee in the past, and I found myself being a lot more nervous to talk to bosses, and anytime, people, I felt a little bit more insecure, and making, my task that I would perform, I wasn't confident that I would, my social confidence was shaky. But now, without coffee, I feel like my confidence is it is built on a stronger foundation, and I deal with anxiety way better. I don't have as many physical symptoms that I used to. After drinking coffee, I would be feeling nervousness that I just thought was normal because it had been part of my lifestyle, but I significantly saw a reduction in my anxiety levels, and I'm more of relaxed. I'm more introverted. I spend more times, for people who like getting stuff done, you're gonna love it. This is one of my favorite things. You stop drinking, when you stop drinking coffee, is that you get more projects done, because all of a sudden we're more conscientious with how we spend our time and how much energy we have in our body, and we start figuring out ways to naturally regulate our sleeping patterns and pull energy from our reserves, as opposed to being reliant on a stimulant. So these are just a few of the benefits I have learned from doing 90 days no coffee. And in fact, I'm going to try and continue going. I hope I quit coffee for the rest of my life. And if this is something that you're interested in, please subscribe. Oh, another thing too is that quitting coffee has helped me spiritually. I feel more in tune with the reality of who I am before God, and that I need help and I need His guidance. So definitely reading my Bible more and seeing how many changes in my life I need to make, and getting rid of things in my life I just don't need. If you're interested in self-discipline, and if you're interested in content regarding and any kind of self-discipline, check my channel out. I have a lot of principles I share there. I also program in Python, and I share videos about that. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again.